Just in case you've skipped the intro, I'm going to repeat this once more. This time, we get to do two different kinds of readings. One is our usual pick a card reading. So we have 4 images for you here. I have 4 crystals for you in case you want to pick from crystals. That is your pick a card. Then there is 4 different elements of astrology. Your sun, moon and rising, you can hear that. You will find the timestamps below. This is air, fire, water, earth. Okay, so first you pick a card or an image, a crystal, and you listen to your week by week September reading, what guidance is coming in, and then you listen to your sun, moon and rising elemental placement. So whether you're an air sign, earth sign, water sign, fire sign, go by that. I hope that made sense. Let me now show you your 4 crystal options, okay? This is option 1 with Bloodstone. It looks slightly black, it's actually green. This is Garnet, option 2. This is Amazonite, option 3. And that's Amethyst, option 4. Okay, you can pause the video, take your time, zoom in on the images, take some deep breaths, pick one pile if you want to go with one single pile, or you can give it, like, for example, this is health, this is love, this is, your career, this is perhaps family. You can even allocate different aspects of your life to each of the stones that you're attracted to. Go by what your intuition calls. I will see you in the first pile of blue stone. So those of you who picked the Bloodstone, first things first guys, this is a root chakra stone. Some of you might be feeling insecure as if you don't have enough money, enough physical health, enough relationships that support you. A wonderful stone for root chakra healing is Bloodstone, of course. This is also a stone which, they say Christ's blood fell on. Of course, I can't really validate that for you, but that's one of the mythical stories that go about, that Christ's blood fell on this stone, and then hence it's called Bloodstone. It of course talks about forgiveness, it talks about mercy, it talks about healing, and it talks about blood purification. Some of the things that you guys might want to consider in the month of September for yourself. Now, these mini cards is where I've gone week by week. Some of them have extra cards, some of them don't. The tarot, of course, is an overlying theme. Let me look at this. Wow, 2 major arcanas right there. And a strong Scorpio energy. Sun, moon, rising, Venus, Mars, North Node. If you don't know those placements, you might want to look that up. I have, wow, Pisces. A lot of water sign placements here. Pretty obvious, right? This is the major theme playing out throughout September for those of you who's picked this pile. Or if you've picked it for a certain aspect of your life, then that is the theme. Then I have Palladius. This is one kind of a star seeds. Then I have Communicate Clearly as one of your guidance cards. And I have your self-care ritual, Intuition and Make an Altar. Okay, of course I'm going to start talking. Let me just set this up. Let's talk about the overall theme before we get into a week by week analysis of what's coming for you in September and what's happening. First of all, guys, whoever's picked this pile with the blood purification of the Bloodstone, we'll just turn this up for you just in case, okay? Surrender is your message, okay? Beautiful synchronicity of the cards. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, a very strong zodiac energy also present. And let's talk about what is September bringing. A very powerful month, guys, regardless of whichever pile, whichever aspect you've gone for. The planetary alignments of this, and of course, if you're not following me on Instagram, do follow me on Instagram because I'm going to do an astrology transit report of September next week on this, okay? Your core theme of September across life aspects is going to be death and rebirth. This is not the literal death of people dying. This is the death of the older you, a shedding away of skin and wearing a new one which is based on your intuitive knowledge of everything that you've gone through so far. Things are coming to an end. Bloodstone, letting go. There is a theme already at play here. Everything that has not worked out for you will fall away, crumble away, die away, and you've been waiting for this. Many of you are just feeling stuck, irritated, annoyed, and you're ready for this new start, and that is the last leg that you're playing out with. Uranus is retrograde in Taurus, which is an opposition sign for Scorpio, right? A lot of push and pull is, of course, perhaps is what you're experiencing. Hence, surrender is a very strong message. Whoever has picked this pile, guys, divinity, your crown chakra, your root chakra, your connection to God is extremely important in the month of September, because Pisces is again all about the moksha, okay? Pisces is about that spiritual knowledge, that Neptunian connection, the ability to imagine, the ability to have faith, the ability to see the good in things when things are not so great is the best thing of Pisces, okay? It has a wistful, dreamy energies. Throughout September, if you're not already doing it, maintain a dream journal. What do I mean by that? Sometimes you don't feel like writing, just simply keep a recorder. Every time you have a dream, record it. Your dreams are prophetic in the month of September. Make sure you're not missing out on that. Do you see the synchronicity here with the High Priestess and the intuition card showing up for you? Your intuition is over the roof. Any of you who are planning for an occult business, a metaphysical shop, a spiritual shop, this is the month to start off doing at least your basic homeworks, set up your altars. Your spirit guides are very much interested to communicate with you this month if you're ready to listen. Hence comes communicate clearly. What do you want? Can you write it in a piece of paper? Can you ask questions before you go to bed? Put it in a slip of paper. One question, one night, and put it under the pillow, go to sleep. Your subconscious mind will come back to you with the solution. Okay? Such activities which allow your intuitive skills to rise, which help you connect to the higher source, are going to be supremely important for you throughout the month of September. Okay? Many of you are becoming a part of a larger project or a big project or a bigger organization. You're moving from a small organization to a large organization. Maybe you're going to get a promotion. Maybe this is going to be leaving a job behind and trying to connect to a higher purpose, the greater good. I hope I'm able to make this theme very evident. It is about the bigger picture, but when we are trying to ascend, when we are trying to move to the next level, yes, we need to leave behind anything that is holding us back, that kind of keeps us in shackles. Most of this is internal, which means there are patterns, habits, tendencies that you know have been ongoing for a very long time. If you're watching this in August while I've made this, there has been just 2 full moons that have gone in Aquarius. Very, very powerful portals of Lion Gate has gone on 8/8. Of course, those energies are still very much active, would stay active for the first half of September at least. Make most of this. And it's like, that phoenix has to rise by breaking away from these shackles, these scripts, these societal norms, things that have not worked out for you, things that you are on a repeat mode just because of fear-based tendencies. Oops, that was a big shake. Okay. You are ready to break away from them. Okay. At your workspace, guys, very important, try to document things and, then proceed. Okay, instead of having a verbal one-on-one conversation, as many MOMs, okay, as you can write, as many emails as you can send, so that there is no communication issues. Mercury will go retrograde, I think 2nd of October, so half of September is pretty much in the Mercury shadow. I can't remember the Mercury retrograde dates right now, so don't quote me on that, but I do know that at least half of September we are in Mercury shadow of a retrograde, which of course accelerates miscommunication possibilities, right? Your ancestors are also very strongly coming through for me, or spirit guides who are basically not from this realm, which is why you're being asked to make an altar. You need to make a safe space, a quiet space where you can go every day for 5 to 10 minutes, light a lamp or light some incense sticks and calm your mind to receive these intuitive messages. If you do not already have these practices in place, please take that from this particular reading, that you need to make space for that 10 minutes of peace, that 10 minutes of calm, that 10 minutes of meditation in your life. It will be a game changer if you could do that in the month of September. Okay, I'm going to look at week on week now. So this is our week 1. I've remember that because I've gone I've kind of labeled and put stickies on this so that I don't confuse myself, okay? So this is week 1 with the Tower. My God, do you see what's the energies? And don't get scared, guys. Tower to the death is literally the universe stepping in and helping you break through things which are not serving. Very strong Scorpio energy, very strong 8th house energy. September, most of the planets will move to Virgo, which means you will be able to zoom in and see the things which are not working for you, which are toxic for you, whether this is health. I strongly feel this is actually, wow, that dropped. Sorry, we're back. This is actually a health thing for many of you as well, okay? You're not sleeping on time, or if you're not eating well, your body is asking for your attention, but you're not giving it that attention. Those kind of things will be broken down. And let me warn you, because I'm never going to sugarcoat things for you. By the way, those things that you see up, those are for the other piles, okay? If you're not ready to take action, guys, the universe will step in. Whenever I have these 3 combinations, you can either contribute and become a powerful co-creator, or universe will step in and, there's this saying in Hindi, which I'm forgetting how do I explain this to you in English. You pretty much will lose grounding, okay? You will feel as if suddenly a lot has happened and you didn't see it coming, but you actually intuitively know what is coming. You know that if you do not let go now, you're the one who's going to suffer, right? Do not try to hold on to things which are no longer working. Do not try to hold on to systems. Somewhere this is also at a global scale. If something has failed, if something has miserably failed, it's time to acknowledge that it is not working and be ready for the new. Okay, be very clear that this is not a month wherein you would be able to control your scripts and you would be able to drive your scripts if you're not ready to work with the universe. Good things are coming your way. I'm again reiterating, you need to connect to the divine source. You need to be ready to, that shed that old skin and get into that new space, okay? Week 2, the devil reappears. Devil actually is not a negative card for me in certain cases. Let me tell you why. If you're working on a work project, this will give you passion. This will give you ambition. This will give you the drive to go get what you want, okay? For career, for money, devil is a wonderful card to show up. The only caution here, of course, is that you need to take care. Again, health is a very strong theme, guys. Don't overwork yourself and burn out. Careful that you're maintaining that balance, because the next week I do have that anxiety card here. Okay, if you are stressing yourself out about something in September, I want you to remember, come back to this reading, make space for peace, because you're not doing this alone. You do have universe which has your back, right? So remember that universe has your back. When you will break through these toxic patterns, let me tell you that in the Mercury retrograde shadow phase, if you break away from a toxic relationship, that toxic person will try to come back and harm your peace. If you break away from a job pattern that you're not enjoying, your anxieties will rise and they'll make you think as if it is not working, which is why I want to show you this as the final cards, the 2 of Wands to the Star. Do not succumb when your addictive patterns resurface. If you're trying to break away from an unhealthy food habit, if you're trying to break away from an unhealthy toxic relationship, the other person will play their cards in a way that will make you feel anxious, that will make you feel like as if I should go back to that previous thing that I was doing. Please remember, if you can hold your ground, if you can stick to the plan, stick to the plan that you make and make plans for the future, healing is happening. Your destiny will start to unfold beautifully. This is the energy of Aquarius again showing up. If you've not seen the full moon in Aquarius reading, please do go watch it. There's a strong message for you there. And of course, the Lion's Gate, okay? You are stepping into the next stage of your life. That is very evident in September. You are going to be given opportunities to help other people, not just yourself. Your journey is going to become inspirational to those who are watching you. So do not quit. Do not, listen to as many. I don't know why I want to say this to you guys. I don't know what you're dealing with. But whether you get motivated by listening to motivational songs, whether you get motivated by watching inspirational stories, by watching autobiographies, You need all the pump in this world right now, because the first 2 weeks of September, if you can sustain and if you can hold your ground, if you do not fall back on your toxic emotional crutches, or if you don't fall back on your, whatever you're dealing with, who's watching this reading, what is it that is not good for me, but I keep going back to that same thing, or I keep falling out of my track. Universe will bless you. Trust me, universe will bless you with this healing, and this, you'll start to receive what you deserve. Okay? That is a very evident message for your September reading. Do not forget that there is a different reading for you for your particular element in the description box below. Now I want to talk for 2 minutes about your love life, okay? I kind of have covered as an overall theme week by week what's happening. In the first week of September though, you will feel as if things are not in your control, and I'm telling you again, don't try to control them. This is not a month for you to try and control anything. You're supposed to observe, you're supposed to flow, you're supposed to connect to your higher spirits, and then let them tell you what is the next step. Let your higher self tell you what is the next step that you need to take. Sometimes you don't actually have to take any step, and things will just go the right direction, okay? Week 2 of September, wow, that was again a shake. Week 2 of September, a very, very good week to work hard. Okay, wherever you need physical stamina, this could be an exercise regime, this could be, I don't know why I felt some of you are also perhaps moving houses. If you're moving house, if there's a shifting, if you're building something, that's a great week for all of that. If you are in a healthy relationship, if you're a couple and you're a married couple, a great week to have some romance, okay, and some sexuality, rather romance, not romance, sexuality, okay. Love your body. Love your body in September, okay, and listen to your body, because it's consistently trying to tell you something, okay. This month, very, very important, stay grounded, work on your root chakra, increase the color red in your life. If you feel as if you're not feeling very safe, keep a black tourmaline with you. That will also be wonderful. Especially at your workstation, or if you're exposed too much to these electromagnetic devices, which I think most of us are, that with 5G coming on board, of course it has health side effects as well. Let's try to get to nature, try to spend more time staying grounded. Great things can come your way if you can just hold the fort of your resilience is the key word. Whenever there's a Scorpio, resilience, transformation, surrendering, and rebirthing yourself from these ashes of what you've gone through will lead you to that final success. I hope this reading has helped you. If it did, the best thing to do is to hit subscribe. Tell me week on week, how does September roll out for you? Save this reading, of course, you can always come back. And don't forget to pick another, listen to your other reading, which is going to be based on your elements. Take care. Bye-bye. Hello and welcome to those of you who picked Garnet, one of my favorite stones, and especially this stone, okay? Not every Garnet is my favorite. This is one of my this is actually the first Garnet I've ever had, and I absolutely love this piece, okay? I don't know why it reminds me of that, what is that thing called in English? Lattu ko kya bolte hain? Okay, I don't know. Tell me in comments below if you know what that is, okay? Garnet, a stone which talks about, again, root, heart, and sacral chakra. Creativity is the need of the hour, whoever's picked this pile, okay? Love, of course, could be coming your way if you're single. If you are in a happy relationship, I want you to increase forgiveness and compassion for each other. Wow, when it comes to the matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of love and life. Are you going through a morality analysis paralysis? I think there was a pile in full moon in Aquarius reading, or maybe it was in the pile which talks about, I've made a reading called Should You Walk Away or Should You Stay in This Relationship? This reminds me of that. I will give you the description below. Do watch that reading. I think there's a message for you there. Now, what we're going to do is, this is our week on week for September. And of course, there's a different timestamp below for your Zodiac's elemental sign, sun, moon, and rising. Don't forget to watch that one. Now, these two are our overall themes. Wow, wow. What symphony. who has a mother wound or a father wound that you're dealing with, or inner child healing that is must needed. Okay. Listen to your intuition. The moon and the intuition's back again. Okay. Get grounded. And then I have clear your energy field, the number 10 and the number 9 or the 27 coming up with hydrate. Okay. Moon, hydrate, water. Wow. I have a lot of messages for you guys. Maybe some of you wanted to pick pile 1 as well. There might be a message for you in pile 1 if you did not pick that. Okay. Okay. Let's start talking. Let me tell you the zodiac signs. Clearly, there's a strong water sign energy here which is Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. Okay. Clearly, there's a strong intuition message here. The moon and the intuition. And let me flip this. Okay. I think some of you are going through some kind of a complicated relationship. I want to talk about love first because that's what's coming up. You're in a complicated relationship in which the society or the societal norms are hounding you in certain manner, or maybe you're thinking I am right, he's wrong, and there's a blame game at play. Okay, if you're blaming someone else, it is an indication that you need inner healing, because while the other person could be an absolute jerk or a loser, there is always a contribution sometimes, and I'm not trying to victim shame here, please do not confuse that. Where did you give your power away? Okay, that is a question I want you to ask yourself in the month of September repeatedly. Okay, if you are asking about a specific person that you have in your mind, or if you have been thinking about a specific person, guys, there is more to know about this person, because whenever there's a 7 of Cups, there is a lot of fog in this story. Okay, there might have been a lot of cock and bull stories that has been sold to you, which is why you're being asked to connect to your intuition. Your spirit guides know something, and they might have already told you that, but you're not listening. There's a strong rigidity that's coming, which is why I have hydrate, flow, and intuition. Let me tell you a very clear ritual, which is very important for you to understand. Human body is 70% water. If we do not drink water, and on that note, I want to drink some water suddenly. Hold on. 1 minute. That message was for me for sure. Okay. If we don't drink water, our blood starts clotting. Our manifestations are nothing but our thoughts, our physical body. If you are gooey and clotted inside, right? If there's not enough hydration happening, you're not really at a place wherein you can receive the divine messages that come your way. Right? Very, very important for you in the month of September. Number 1, make a note of it. Start a water-based diet. Okay? Keep a count of how much water are you drinking at least once in the week. Make sure that you're consuming maximum liquid, or rather going for an absolute liquid-based diet. Your body is screaming for it. Okay? And you're not listening. That is very obviously coming out to me. Okay? If you have many options, this could be job options, this could be suitors, this could be anything which has options. This month, if you can possibly delay making a decision on saying a yes to someone or something, please do that, because there is more information for you to know. There are secrets for you to be uncovered. There is more than what is seen on the surface. Okay, that is very important for you to understand. You can know these things if you can connect to your own intuition, if you can ground yourself. And I don't know why suddenly while talking, I had a lot of stiffness in my body. You guys need to move your physical body as well. There is a sense of evil eye that I sense with this pile. So I'm going to always talk when I feel it. What is an evil eye? Anytime people are sending negative energies towards you, like jealousy, anger, they curse you, they ridicule you, they gossip about you. That energy, words are spells, guys. Words are spells, thoughts are spells, okay? That is spell work on you. Sometimes it's even our parents and our beloveds who are consistently worrying about us. And that in itself also creates a negative energy. It's very important for you to cleanse that energy every week, every Saturday, every Tuesday. If you could set up a routine to take some dried sage, burn some frankincense, clear your energy and your aura. It is the month of Virgo, of course, which means it's a wonderful month for cleansing and decluttering anyway. So try and clear your space out. Okay, if you still have some old things of your ex, please give it away. It is dead energy holding on to you. Okay, careful of your physical health, especially if you're a woman. Make sure that you're eating well. Make sure that you're not extremely stressed out and you're not anxious, because I can see menstrual troubles showing up for you if you're not mindful of that. Of course, I'm not trying to scare you here. These are just indications of where we need to put our focus on. I have repeatedly said Sandra Rollis is somebody whom you should definitely check out if you want to heal root and sacral chakra issues. I think she's doing a phenomenal job with her guided meditations. So is Pura Rasa, Pura Rasa. I love the basic simplified. If you want to find somebody in Hindi, We Manifest is another channel you can go check on YouTube. Some of these amazing guys have done some phenomenal work trying to simplify inner work and soul work for you. There is no point of you listening to 10 tarot readings if you're not ready to invest that time that is needed in your own mind, body, spirit healing. I'm very much called, sometimes I have to give you that tough love. This pile has just been listening to tarot readings after tarot readings, but not taking any of the guidances or advice that is being given to you. And hence you've now landed up here, which is the 7 of Cups. There are a lot of thoughts, a lot of emotions, but no action happening. Please make sure this month you're taking the due advice that you're receiving from all these tarot readings. Only then there is a point of all this spiritual guidance for you, right? Home and home related issues will play a pivotal front for you. And home is, of course, first of all, our first home is our own body, which is why I'm repeatedly talking about your physical health and your physical body, because that is where we reside first. Your mother will play a strong role. If you have mother wounds, this is a wonderful month to start working on it. This is all about roots. The 4th house is all about our roots, our core foundation. Our mother was one of the first homes we had, her womb. Our body is another home we have. Our physical space is the other home we have. Mother Earth is another home we have. If you can invest your time in giving back to Mother Earth, saving the planet, doing something for planet Earth, that would be phenomenal for you. I'm going to look at, so this is week on week. So hold on, I remember which week was what. So this is week 1. Yeah, this is week 1. This is our week 4 rather. Week 2 had these 2 cards together. And this is, okay, let me make sure you guys can see this. That's week 1, September, 4 of Swords. Week 2, I had 2 cards, 5 of Swords and the 7 of Wands. Week 3, Queen of Swords, and week 4, we have King of Cups. Wow, I have a very specific message for some of you. Take what resonates, leave the rest, of course. Some of you have been thinking about cutting off a relationship, and you will be able to do, you're going to be either you're already thinking, or you will be thinking that I'm done with this, especially if you've seen the full moon in Aquarius reading. I think you must watch it. It's a very, very powerful portal in August that we've gone through. If you're watching this in August, you still have about 10 days time to make the best of the 8 readings that we've done. If you're planning on cutting off of someone, in the first week of September, you're going to really go into a contemplative mode. You're going to make time for your intuition. And when you rest, and when you take time to figure this out, some of you could also be traveling, by the way, and going towards a water body. Somewhere where there is water would be wonderful for your healing. I'm sorry, I'm sometimes saying too many things at the same time, because this is when the clairaudient messages keep coming. So I'm just talking whatever I'm listening, okay? Something has happened to you repeatedly, and you're ready to literally look at it from a third person's view. And by the second week of September, when this pattern again resurfaces, you will be able to stand your ground. Okay? There could also be a situation wherein you are able to see something that others are not able to see. This could be in your work situation specifically, or in your family, and you're able to see it. You're able to identify, no, this is what the problem is, and you're being asked to stand your ground. This could play out in many different ways. Apply it to what fits for you. But in the week 1, you will find what is really wrong. In week 2, you're being asked to stand up for what you believe in, because you're right and you've aced it that this is what is wrong. Week 3, you're ready to cut it off. Okay? By week 3, you're ready to cut it off. By week 4, you're going to reach at a much more emotional, healthy space. You're going to feel like this was so worth it. Okay, September is going to bring you a lot of clarity by the time it ends. By the time you move into October, I see you guys knowing yourself much better. I see you guys having more clarity as to where am I going and what am I going to do with this. But the first 2 weeks of September, I want you to start listening to your intuition. Do not ignore those ningles that you're getting. If you've been lazy in certain aspects of life, I think your intuition is calling you out on those things, and it's high time we get our work done. Virgo and the energies of Virgo can be pretty critical and especially self-critical. Hence, there's a healthy balance needed when it comes to being patient with ourselves. If you've been overworking and if you've been feeling anxious, if you feel burnt out, take a break, go travel, take a vacation. But if you've been lazy, or if you've been delaying things, or if you've been procrastinating, trust me, you're not going to find peace until you get your job done. You know, some people ask me, the quickest way to get out of anxiety in that second is to take some action which gives you a sense of control. Okay, when I'm anxious, I start cleaning my room, and I cannot tell you how therapeutic that is. It is very ridiculous, but it really helps because it suddenly makes me feel like I'm doing something, right? And that energy starts to move. Sometimes I start listening to devotional songs. Sometimes I will drink a cup of tea and just sit down and just acknowledge that I don't know shit. Okay, sometimes that is what you need to do. Sometimes you just need to sit down with a glass of water and talk to the water and tell yourself what life you want to create. Water techniques will be very, very beneficial for you guys who speak this file. Water has memory, right? You can do, there are so many Tibetan ways, Chinese ways, ancient ways of working with water and water manifestations. Again, if you're not following me on Instagram, that is where we talk about these rituals. Go follow me on Instagram. I will share, of course, after I've seen this reading, I will definitely make a video about water manifestation techniques. A very, very powerful tool is water. If you guys can perhaps, I'm again repeating, take a vacation, that will be wonderful because it will bring you that much needed clarity. If you're facing opposition or competition in any manner at any field, you're going to win, you're being asked to stand your ground. Just one thing mindful, there's a difference in standing your ground versus becoming a bitter nanny, right? Don't be a bitter person. We can say the same thing in two different manners. In one way, we can come across as somebody who's just there to cut our throats off. And in another way, we can be this compassionate person who's saying what they want to say, who are assertive, but they are not giving their power away. They are very grounded, but they somehow come across as wise. Okay, Queen of Swords can be wise or Queen of Swords can be cold. You decide which side of the story you want to narrate. Okay, I hope this helped you in some manner. Do not forget to check your elemental based reading in the description box below. Also, every reading that I've referred to, you will find the link of that. To summarize this, let me tell you this again. Too many options will show up. Not making a decision is a better thing unless you've done your homework. Do not try to run with a script. It is not going to work. Try to look at life from a space of compassion. Make sure that you're able to stand your ground. Drink a lot of water. Work with water to make your manifestations come true. Things will move slowly in the first half of September and then start picking up pace in the second half of September, applied to whichever part of life it works with. If you are in a happy relationship, do not allow your own demons to be the problems of the equation. Okay, I hope this helped. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm waiting for your comments always. Take care. Bye-bye. Hello and welcome to those of you who picked this beautiful Amazonite, a stone which clearly talks about luck, fortune, and sometimes actually good luck without really doing much is what this card talks about. Let's look at this card. If you could do anything, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart, not in your mind, for the heart is the gateway to the soul. Are you doubting yourself? Okay, with this yellow, I already sense a solar plexus theme coming up. This is our week on week for September, so I'm going to keep that aside. This is our general message for both. Wow, lovely cards showing up first. Page of Cups and Six of Swords. Oh, you had Chiron. Yes, the other piles had. Okay, got it. Create art. is one of your message. And journal. Wow. In sync with our Page of Cups energies. Imara, travel. Wow, travel is a theme that is coming up a lot. Okay. Wow, yes. Okay. We'll talk about the general theme. Of course, there's a separate timestamp below for your elemental sign. So do not forget to check that out. Sun, moon and rising, fire, water, air, earth, which will give you additional personalized message. Let's look at what is overall the theme of September for you. First of all, guys, I'm going to talk about travel because travel is coming out very strongly. This could be a pilgrimage, which you can possibly take. This could also be an actual planned trip. If you can travel, especially towards a water body or a mountain. In fact, you know what? All three are coming up. Nature, anywhere. Forest, mountain or water bodies would be brilliant. A pilgrimage will be brilliant for you. Okay? Try and plan it. In the month of September, if you're watching it in August. Of course, stay COVID safe. Make sure that you're not, you're following social distancing and all of that. Art, artistic features, artistic people are also strongly present in this. Art is going to be your source of healing. Chiron is the wounded healer. Okay, wherever it sits. Right now it is, I think, going through Aries, if I'm not mistaken. I think it is going through Aries. If you're not following me on Instagram, by the way, we will of course do a detailed astrology transit video on this for the month of September. Do check out the Instagram channel of Tarot Pal. There's a lot that is happening there separately. Okay, this is your ability to heal people and to teach others how to navigate through something because you've been through it. Okay, Chiron is that energy which will always make us, it is where we got hurt and then we healed ourselves and then we can tell others how do they heal themselves, right? A strong mentor vibes is very much present in this reading. A strong guru, okay, if I'm able to say that right. Somebody who will take you to the next level of your journey. This doesn't really feel romantic to me, rather more spiritual and, professional, if I may say that way. Okay, some of you might also be having physical aches and pains that you might have to deal with in some form or another. Do not get worried. I think it's just a temporary one, but of course fix it, work on it, go to the doctor. Everything can become an aggravated problem if you do not fix it, right? If you don't work on it. Your inner child and your creativity is definitely out this month. Make sure that you're making space to play, because play is as productive as working hard. Play, create, take out time for creative endeavors, because that is how you're going to heal yourself and you're going to heal the people around you. A very, very important thing for you to do is not judge your own silly quirks, your own silly ideas, because that is where inspiration will come from. That is what makes you unique. Those of you who has a child at house who's perhaps not doing well in studies, this is a very specific message, of course. Their performance will start to increase if your energy starts to change, right? Typically, I've seen parents tend to keep on narrating the same thing that the child is not doing well, which makes the problem just worse. Some people will go like, this kid doesn't eat, and then everybody will be like, yeah, this kid doesn't eat, and then everybody, this kid doesn't eat. You know what I'm trying to say, right? So that narrative is making the kid not eat all the more, right? This could be games, this could be education, this could be anything. So if you're dealing with a child, change the narrative and the child's performance will start to change, okay? Any kind of a artistic endeavor, and this does not really have to be a job. This could be any sort of an artistic endeavor. You could be a radio jockey, you could be I think every job has a certain ability to think out of the box and to create solutions which are innovative, right? So tap into your innovative selves by creating that way of flowing. That is a very strong message for you, whoever has picked this pile, okay? Any of you who are awaiting a promotion, that is coming for you. If you're looking for jobs, I would say the second half of September will bring in better prospects for you, and things will work out for you, okay? In case you're facing a lot of rejection, this could be even romantically or professionally, please understand you're not rejected, you're redirected, okay? There's something better is what you need to understand. There are better ways ahead. If you are a married couple who are perhaps going through some sort of a separation issues and you want to resolve it, if you don't want to resolve it, then that's a different story. But if you want to resolve it and you want a reconciliation with your partner, for married couples especially, I think that is very much possible in the month of September. Okay, if you are waiting for a certain kind of a message to show up for you, I think that message will show up for you in the month of September. The person will reach out and contact you. If you are in a no contact scenario, please apply to as per your situation. Not every relationship is healthy. If it is a healthy one, if you want to stay in it, give it a shot, because better days are ahead. Okay, I'm very mindful of how I'm putting this across, because there are little kids who are now in very, very troublesome relationships, which makes me worry about our future. Okay, the number 8 and the number 2 are going to be significant for you. The number 11 is going to be very significant for you, whoever has picked this pile. Okay, the color green, the heart chakra. These are some things which are very evidently coming out for this particular pile. If you feel like you have a narrative of other people have it easy and I have it difficult, that is where your core problem is. This pile somewhere tends to have a victim mindset, which is holding yourself back from this superpower. This card and this card are talking about the same thing. If I tell you that you can be anything in this world, what would you be? What did that child want to become before the adults and the narrative started telling him this does not pay enough money, this is not good for you, you don't know how hard it can be? Ask yourself, what did that child want to do, and where have you started to short sell yourself because you think it's going to be harder for you and easier for somebody else? Okay, everything is just a narrative. Our narrative changes, our reality changes. That is a fact. Okay, so make sure that your narration is positive. Make sure that you are allowing your inner child to dream. If that adult didn't allow you when you were a kid, you are an adult now. How long are you going to stay in that victim story? If my father or mother was not like this, I could have been blah blah blah. If you're 18 plus and you're watching this reading, I'm really sorry, darling. It is time that we take accountability and we pick up ourselves. Yes, you have it harder. I'm not trying to dilute it for you. But is it impossible for you to do anything right now? There are very, very few things in this planet that you can't change. You could be married with 3 kids. You could be somebody with 1 leg. Just now, before making this recording, I saw an inspirational story of a woman who lost her 2 legs. She didn't have a kidney, and oh my God, the way she turned her story around. She won Olympics. She married the love of her life. She wrote a book. Honestly, all these people are not aliens. This is you and me. These people are you and me who woke up one day and said, I am not going to allow my disability, my family, my things that I did not get to hold me back from things I deserve and the things I want. Somebody really needed to hear that who has picked that pile. And I want you to know, whatever you believe in, you can make it happen. Can you really believe that you can make it happen? Stop blaming other people. Stop blaming the economy. Stop blaming the government. Stop blaming your family. Your inner child needs that time with you. And if you're ready to stand up for the dreams that the kid had, you will succeed. And your spirit guides will help you get there. In fact, you will become the inspiration who will help others learn this is how they did it. Okay, this is where they took this story to. Okay, I'm going to look into week by week for you now. This is, wow, week 1, look at your wonderful cards. Oh my God. Okay, who is, first week, I think you're going to deal with this kind of issue. Somebody is trying to suppress your ability to decide for yourself, and it's time you take a stand for yourself. Okay, that is a very strong message. Bring a structure to your life, guys. Whatever you want to achieve is yours if you have the discipline to go for it. That is what the Emperor talks about. Do you have the discipline, the generosity, the hard work, the ability to show up after you get a failure? Because there are no failures, there are only lessons, right? First week, you're being asked to create a routine. Stand up for yourself. Stand up for those who are not able to, who are in need. Can you do some charity work? Help an animal? help children, those people will bring in that great karma for you. Week 2, you are going to feel very, very inspired. There might also be a passionate romantic affair that comes your way, but it's more of an affair, I would say, for now, rather than something stable. Week 3, you're actually ready to work on an overall 360-degree development of yourself, and do make the most of the week 3 energies, because you have it in you to create a stable foundation. A wonderful week, especially for career, money, finances. If you're planning to invest money, I would say hold on until September 10th or 11th, or at least the new moon of September, and things will start getting better. With the Page of Cups and the 10 of Cups showing up for me here, again a message. What was the inner child's dream of an ideal home? Okay, you're going to make home, guys. If you're looking for home, I don't see the 4th house here, but maybe some of you wanted to watch pile 2 as well. If you have longed for a home, first you need to understand the home is within you. The home is not an external place. First, the home is inside you, and then the home is outside. Whatever your version of a happy home is, you are going to get an opportunity in September to come in collaboration with people. This could be romantically, of course, if you're single. This could also be just your family coming down and understanding from your perspective. If you're able to communicate clearly, what is it that will make you happy? What is your definition of a stable, happy home? If you don't know that, you can't make it happen. But if you know it, then it's definitely coming your way. These two combinations together is like, oh my God, bliss is here. Okay. By the time October comes, you are going to feel blessed. You're going to genuinely feel blessed. If you're waiting for some letter to come your way, that's definitely coming your way. That is a yes for you, clear cut. If you're waiting for a proposal to happen for you, and this person has been, again, healthy relationships are a very strong, important thing for me, you are going to get that proposal. Good things are coming your way. The most important thing for you to remember is to allow yourself to play, to be inspired, to stay in that happy, positive energy. If you feel that somewhere through life you've become more bitter, you've become more negative, your outlook towards things have become, it can't happen for me, but it can happen for other people. That is the only thing that you need to work on in September, because otherwise it's a blessed month for you. Week after week, you're going to feel more inspired, and you're going to be able to create more money and value, not just for yourself, but for your extended community. If there's any way for you to join an online program or a class, or if you've been thinking of educating yourself in any aspect of life, it's a wonderful month to do that. It will bring in that much needed confidence in you, which you're perhaps currently shaky on. Maybe you feel that you don't have the education or the degree or the knowledge, and hence you can't do it. Again, that's just a narrative that you've sold yourself. That is not the truth. If this reading helped you and if it resonated, please do not forget to subscribe. It means the world to me. Don't forget to watch the other part of this reading, which is element space. So it's, go with your sun, moon and rising. And wish you a wonderful, wonderful September. Take care. Bye-bye. Hello and welcome to those of you who picked Amethyst. Of course, we know about this stone. Hopefully, you know about the stone. A great stone for crown chakra healing, but I do believe this is an overall stone. It connects you to your higher purpose. It helps you listen to your intuition. Let's see what September transformation. Wow, some of you might have been pulled to the pile 1 as well. Your relationship with another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. Wonderful message. We will look at how it plays out for you. This is our week on week, so I'm going to keep this aside. Of course, there's an element based reading for you. Do not forget to watch that. That timestamp is below. Wonderful card showing up at the very beginning. Wow. Okay. Perfect timing. I already have some messages coming in. Let me quickly make this. Wow. Any of you who are planning, wow. I didn't even turn it and that message was very evident. Are you planning a spiritual business? Are you trying to learn more about metaphysical shops? If you're a tarot reader, healer, empath, you're trying to set up your own business, a small business, all of those things are coming up here. You are going to get victory and recognition. Take charge, move ahead. things will work out for you, okay? Anybody who's, any kind of an entrepreneurial business that you're looking at, things will work out well. You're being asked to put in your due focus and attention, and things will work for you. Needless to say, I already have a very strong Scorpio energy here. Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. These energies are very strongly present. Just because I don't say your sign doesn't mean this reading is not for you. Those signs are just more strongly present for this reading, okay? No longer time to hide in the shadows. Are you not networking? Are you not talking to people? Are you not connecting? Are you sitting in your silo? This month, get out of that room. Go talk to people. If you are a business, are you online? Do you have an online presence? If you don't, start considering that. If you are a professional, are you able to work well with your seniors? If you are able to work well with your seniors, if you have children in your surroundings in any manner, they will play a strong influential role in your success. You are also being called to step up and take lead in whatever form that means to you. Okay, you know the right way to do things, but somewhere I sense a certain amount of shyness or a certain amount of reluctance. That is what you need to fight. Okay, there's also a certain amount of PTSD at play, post-trauma syndrome disorder. This card always talks to me about that. You've won and you've achieved something recently, or you're going to achieve something in the month of September. It's very important that you're not still holding on to the previous narrative of the struggle that it took you to get here. Okay, sometimes we win the medal, but we still don't celebrate because we are still struggling in our mind, because we're still thinking, for this I have the best examples of people who lose weight sometimes after a lot of struggle. In their body they've lost weight, but in their mind they still, they still think that they are that person who was obese or who had some kind of a, it's all in our mind. We could be the fattest person on this world and still feel confident, still feel strong, still feel valuable. And we could be the most hottest looking person and still feel insecure. Inner security is a very strong message for this pile in the month of September. Put yourself out there, take the stage, and you will be received well. Okay. I have 12 and 15, which could of course be important dates for you. I have 3 and 6, which of course could again be important dates for you. This new moon, try and do a candle magic ritual. In the month of September, try to do some candle meditation, do some fire meditation. If you could perhaps do, if you're a Hindu and you do pujas at home, a yagya would be amazing. Any kind of a fire ritual. Okay, working with fire will bring you that much desired, somewhere you've lost a drive, and maybe the drive is what is coming back for you in the month of September. Okay, if you feel lazy, then that laziness and that inertia will kind of set away if you can do some burning rituals, okay, fire rituals. Also, of course, sacral chakra healing would be wonderful. Some of you do have great creative plans, but somewhere confidence is becoming an issue for you, which is why you're not able to take action. In September, you will get multiple opportunities to step into your power. Do you see the phoenix rising, right? You have to let go of things that have not worked for you, of narratives that have not worked for you, and step into your power. Again, this is talking about leading. She is the queen after all, right? She has very healthy boundaries when it comes to her nurturing, but she's the most nurturing person you ever come across. So yes, give, but give with enough boundaries, and remember that it is your right to receive. Some of you have receiving blocks. You don't want to take help from people. You don't want to show up on the stage. There is a certain amount of as if, what are you punishing yourself for? It feels as if somebody is just hell-bent on punishing themselves, on making it harder than it has to be, because you want to prove something to yourself. Okay, that was a very specific message. But whatever you're trying to prove to yourself, you don't have to make this so hard on yourself. Okay, you guys do have a message in pile 1 and pile 2. Okay, do go watch those two, because I think there's a strong message for, I don't have the same cards, but the energy is very similar. There's a mother healing that is required. Some of you are trying to prove to your parents that I can be something on my own, and of course you can be something on your own, but that doesn't mean that you can't collaborate. That doesn't mean that you can't go and ask for help, and when you do, you will be cheered, you will be supported. Right? So go ask for help. I strongly feel this pile needs sacral and solar chakra healing. Color yellow, color orange would be amazing for you to increase around your surroundings in the month of September. Careful of your menstrual cycles if you're a woman. If you're a man, think about how are you channeling your sexual energies when it comes to your other aspects of life. Because I can't talk suddenly. Sexuality and sensuality is not just in the bedroom. Okay, it's an energy. You can channel it in 100 ways, right? Are you channeling that energy in the right way? Are you able to go after what you're ambitiously dreaming for? Some of you who've been hoping for an increment, a promotion, a recognition, some sort of an award, you are going to get it in the month of September. All of that is definitely seen in this reading, okay? Another thing very important for you guys is if you are considering to go into therapy, I think it's a perfect time for that. Any kind of therapy. This does not actually have to be visiting a therapist. This could be journaling. This could be, meditation practices. Any sort of a therapeutic activity that you've been considering to start, please go for it. It will drastically help you and your love relationships. Overall, love will feel very sweet. Those of you who are single, you might not see somebody show up, but that's why I have perfect timing here. If you are asking about a specific question, you already have the answer. Let divine timing decide when that comes your way instead of trying to force it to happen. Okay, most of you, I feel, will leave behind a relationship. Whenever Pluto shows up, Pluto is an energy which will bring you to your power, but before it brings you to your power, it will make you leave things behind. Okay, that's the typical tendency, and you have transformation with Pluto. Okay, November will play a very strong role in your life, so you are somewhere setting up the building blocks of what you're going through right now, is setting up a theme or a play out for the month of September for you in some form or another. I have orange really strongly showing up here. So the color rust and the color orange will be very important for you. Some of you might also be, aching for a get together of some kind. Okay, and I think you can plan it. You should plan it. With people whom you have not met, and maybe you're missing somebody, or maybe your close friends, maybe you want to go out and do a bonfire, depending on what your weather is. Of course, if you're in India, this is not the time for bonfires in most of the states that we are in. But I sense that desire inside you to connect with other people, to feel nurtured and to feel connected. But somewhere there's also that reluctance of not getting accepted. Okay, step up. Make that plan. Don't wait for others to make a plan with you. You make a plan. You show up. You knock the door. Okay, and you will be surprised how well you will be received. Okay, everybody is busy, guys. If you're feeling like people are not noticing you, people don't care for your efforts, again, that's a very victim-based mindset. Sometimes it's not about you. Don't make it a power struggle about you. Okay, September will ask you to battle your inner critique. Okay, I don't think other people are criticizing you as hard as you're being on yourself. Please don't be so hard on yourself. You're doing enough and you're doing well. Praise yourself for the journey. Praise yourself for the struggles that you've gone through, because you are worthy. Some of you really do not believe that good things can happen to you because you don't think you're worthy of them. I don't know where that narrative has come to you, but you're worthy. Okay, yes, hard work is important, and yes, we should, contribute towards the society, but don't fall into the value proposition problem. Okay, value proposition problem is I need to be something to be loved. You don't need to be anything to be loved. Just existing is enough to be loved. Okay, let's look at week on week for you. This is week 1. So let me just pile this up in a way we can all see. If you haven't yet subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. If the reading has resonated, do not forget to watch the other readings, guys, because September is very much linked to the full moon that has just happened. If you're watching this in August, this is week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. Wow. See, again, stepping into your own power and being independent. You're struggling with independence. You think other people, it's somewhere, how do I explain it? There is this weird thing that when you go and ask people for help, either you want them to take your side of the job completely, and then you think if they fail, then they weren't ready to help you in the first place, or you just don't want to ask for help at all. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Help means that I will give you my resources. I'll give you an example, okay? Let's say I want to, I'll take up my example. Let's say I'm working on my crystal line for Tarot Pal, and crystals would be launched somewhere in September, hopefully by October on my birthday, right? Now, of course, for me to launch the crystals, I have some connects and I am reaching out to them for help, right? Now, their help is that they might give me a contact number and they might ask me to, here, this is the person you should speak to. That is help, right? Now I have to be independent and I have to go call that person. I have to go talk to that person, right? I can't expect this person to give me everything, every detail and do all of it for me and then get upset at them if they are not doing it, right? Or feel that they are not good enough because nobody is helping me. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So the world doesn't owe you anything is one message you need to remember. But that said, that also doesn't mean that I don't ask people for help and I just sit in my room and I sulk that nobody will help me. Universe is giving you help. Okay, maybe it's just not in the way that you wanted it to be. Right? Nobody's going to spoon feed it for you, but your ancestors are here and they will help you bring the collaborative energies, the scholars, the experts of their field, and then you need to do the job. Right? That energy needs to play out in all aspects of life. You can't ask your partner to be accountable for your happiness. Your happiness is your problem, right? Whatever they do is the addition that they bring. You need to nurture your own heart independently. 9 of Pentacles is all about your independence, your self-sufficiency. Do you remember that you are good enough to make yourself happy? Right? And your ancestors are here to help you build that legacy. If you're trying to build a legacy, if you're trying to build a business, you can do it. You have it in you to do it. You will get success. You need to lead. You can't, piggy bank on someone else. Okay, you can't sit and think this is not good enough, that is not good enough, this is not working, because somewhere there's that energy of boredom and things are not moving because I'm just sitting there hoping for things to work out in a certain way. No, you need to take action. Take action, guys. Okay, if you're ready to be vulnerable, if you're ready to show up, and if you're ready to ask for help, people will help you. You will find, in fact, quite a few collaborative people by the time it's the 3rd week. Be in the team spirit. And team spirit means that you contribute and you do not keep count of I did 60, they did 10. Right? Sometimes just doing 10 is all that you need. Then why are you cribbing that you did 90? Do you know what I'm trying to say? We all do that. We all do that. We're all guilty of that. I'm not trying to call you out here. But be aware that nobody owes you anything and it is your job to emotionally heal you. That is why I could sense the PTSD here. There's a sense of blame that comes and that is not helping you. Okay, by the time it's the 4th week, you're really busy. You have a lot to manage and you have a lot to juggle and you would be a master at it. If you are somebody who's doing 2 jobs, you would do brilliant at it. If you are somebody who's kind of deciding which relationship is better for me, in that case, let me tell you, you will have options. Maybe in September, you need to think about what is really confusing me. Is it the other person or is it my own emotional codependent tendencies? Okay, whenever the 9 of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups shows up, it always tells me about becoming emotionally accountable, emotionally self-sufficient, emotionally able to nurture ourselves, our life, our families and our children. Right? You being the queen, not the knight, not the page, you're the queen. Right? And please don't take it like men can be the queen, because this is not the male and the female. This is the divine feminine and the divine masculine energy, right? So you can be the person who's nurturing, who's listening, who's helping yourself and other people. Okay, I hope these messages resonated and they helped you. If you did, don't forget to subscribe. Hope you watch the other part of the reading, which you will find the timestamps below. Wish you a wonderful September. Hello and welcome, dear air signs. I'm excited for this one. I have an air sun and an air rising in Vedic. You can apply this to your Vedic and tropical placements. I have made a separate IGTV video for you where there's a walkthrough of a free app called Astro Matrix. You will find that in the Instagram account of Tarot Pal. Do follow me there if you're not following me there. This is of course your sun, moon and rising. You need to know your birth chart placements to know what this is about. Okay, let's look at what's coming up. Wow, air signs. I like it. Okay. Creative endeavors. That's the first thing I want to talk to you about. And the next thing was nature. And that's the card. Okay. Let's see. Intuition. That is the first word for you. You are intuitively aware and your intuition wants to talk to you about many things which are not working in your life, or they are working well enough but they are not satisfying you emotionally. Air signs are not going to feel emotional satisfaction until they are ready to make that decision that I am ready to go after what my heart seeks. You have 7 cups lined up here. Look at this girl. She's still ready. She has a small bag. Off she goes, listening to her intuition, crossing that mountain. Do you know why? Because she knows her heart seeks something else. Her heart seeks the 9 of cups, the King of Cups, right? Emotional fulfillment is the key theme for you if you're an air sign and you're watching this. If you feel that you have to quit on something to get another thing, I have the Libra here. Libra always talks about, do you see the synchronicity? It is an air sign reading and we have Libra. New moon in Libra will of course happen in the month of October. Yeah, October. Important time for you. Make note of that. That's pretty much obvious. If you're asking a question about, a timeline, that is right there for you. Emotional fulfillment in all aspects of life. This could be a job that you're working on but you're not satisfied enough and you know you want more. Go after it. You have it in you to achieve it. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpios will play a strong role in the life of air signs this month. This could be again in other people's sun, moon and rising. This could be your own sun, moon and rising signs. For example, I'm a Libra sun, a Scorpio moon. Maybe I need to listen to my moon more in the month of September. That was an example for you to understand. Very strong intuitive energies at play and more information will be revealed to us. Your dreams again are prophetic. There's a particular pile that had that same message. If you've picked that pile, take this as a double confirmation. Romance and love will also come your way. A new romantic cycle begins. Somebody who's more emotionally stronger than the kind of people you've always dated. Okay, air signs typically tend to have struggles when it comes to understanding our emotional scale. And this month, I can assure you, you are going to find more people who are stronger in their EQ than maybe even you are. Okay, you're attracting a personality in your life who is more emotionally available, who understands emotions perhaps better than you do. Okay, this is also talking about you being discontent, being, air signs are very aware. How to explain it? Since we tend to intellectualize things, it's not that we're not aware when we are not in connection to our heart. It's just we sometimes don't care enough about it. September is not a month wherein you will be at peace by not being in tune with your heart, in tune with your intuition, in tune with your other brain, which is the gut, right? This month, if you're an air sign, go to nature, okay? Wonderful synchronicity for me because I am traveling in the first 2 days of September. Being outdoors, being around animals, even if you can't go to the sea, if you can't go to the mountains, if you can't go somewhere like that, just spending time with animals, spending time outside in a park, spending time near a water body, drinking a lot of water. Again, moon is very strong about hydration, guys. Okay, you might feel a lot. You need to make sure that you're not numbing yourself and you're ready to feel your emotions and you're ready to listen to what nature has to say to you. You do have a strong probability of a new romance coming your way. If you're single, if you've been in toxic relationships, you're ready to walk out of it. You're ready to listen because you're walking towards what you deserve, which is an emotionally fulfilling relationship. Okay, if you are in a happy relationship, the same message applies. You're moving towards a more emotionally fulfilling time of your life, right? This pile, I strongly feel either will focus. So this energies will strongly focus either on creative endeavors, emotional health, romantic relationships, intuitive powers, spirituality. Okay, and of course spending time outdoors in nature, outdoors traveling. Okay, some of you might also be called to spend more time discovering what are your faith, what is your faith, what do you believe in? Is there God? Is there soul? When you die, what will happen? Those kind of questions, those kind of emotional things will start to come up in your life. Okay, if you have a grandfather who plays an influential role in your life, listen to their wisdom. They genuinely have something great to offer. Also a great time for you to, air signs are great at numbing ourselves out. This month, face your demons. Face your demons, because you will be able to reach a much, much healthier space, which will lead to an overall success, not just in your emotional relationships, not just with your family, but an overall success when it comes to your career, money, finances as well. If the world is telling you that you're not good enough to do something, if the world is telling you that you're very old to do something, I don't know whose that message is, but maybe some of you are not taking up a new education, or you're not starting a new business because you feel too old, okay, to do this. You're not too old. Don't listen to these people. Please go follow your heart. Please listen to these inspirations that come to your mind, and you will excel. Of course, sometimes, when we start something late in life, it might take us a little longer, but that doesn't mean that you can't be as great at it as somebody who started 10 years before you. Okay, you are good enough is a message that is also very important for air signs to remember. I think green Tara meditation will also be great for this pile. So whoever has a strong air sign placement, wow, I shook the camera, sorry. Whoever has a strong air sign placement, try to do, is this better? Yeah. Try to listen to some green Tara meditation and try to work with Archangel Raphael. These will really help you heal your heart. Okay. You need to get more into your heart space. I know it is the season of Virgo, a season where air signs anyway feel as if, oh my God, I have so much to do. And in all of this, I'm asking you to also start thinking about what your emotions is. But spirits don't lie and the cards don't lie. If you are able to act on this, you will find more emotional fulfillment. If the reading resonated, please don't forget to subscribe. I hope you've seen the pick a card side of this, and wish you a wonderful, wonderful September. Dear fire signs, if you did pick the pile which had the card death, this is your double affirmation. You are ready to leave the old behind. You are ready to wear the new, and you're ready to heal. Some of you have had some strong losses, okay? And I'm not going to dilute that. You've had to face some difficult times in 2021 and 2020, but the bad days are done and over with. The healing is coming. If some of you feel that you are having to do a lot on your own and you do not have anybody to support you, help is also coming your way. But remember, to get help, you need to be available to receive help, okay? Some of you who has picked this pile about help, I gave a long lecture in one of them. If you've picked that one, then you know that this is just repetitive. Hence, I'm keeping this one short, knowing that some of you have already picked piles where the messages would have come through for you already, okay? Assert yourself, but remain balanced. What do I mean by that? Temperance is talking about healing and balance, okay? Yoga, of course, would be very good for you. If you're a fire sign, you need to ground yourself clearly. Scorpios, Sagittarius, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo are very much present with this. With the new moon in Virgo, which is happening in the month of September itself, do not forget to do some new moon rituals, okay? There are some detailed readings made on the Tarot Pile account of Instagram. Do go check me out there, because you will find some rituals for new moon, okay? Set up a vision board. That is a very strong message. Do some charity work. Another strong message. With temperance, your active and passive energies need to come to a balance, which means you need to assert yourself, speak your mind, but do not become aggressive, right? Something a fire sign will very easily understand. Go for what you want. Even if you're trying, even this could be a relationship based thing. If you are planning, hoping, thinking, should I not, yes, go approach that person. Yes, it's time to open your heart and tell them what you genuinely feel. Yes, it's time to show up and collaborate with other people, give respect to them for their work, and give rather than take. I mean, such a strong, beautiful message coming up for fire signs. Many fire signs at their early ages in life struggle with selfishness. I know you don't like it, but that trigger is a factual thing, versus other signs, Leo, Aries and Sagittarius, until they evolve. I'm not saying that's their entire life. Certain phases of life, they can become very self-absorbed and selfish, okay? It's all about you sometimes, and this month I want you to start thinking about them, not yourself. Okay, think about what are you doing for the world. Uranus is retrograde in Taurus. That message is strongly coming up for you. How are you contributing? How has your pain helped heal other people and yourself? Okay, you are the leader. The fire sign is always the leader. The leader needs to remember that it's not about them. To lead is to be of service, right? Can you be of service to yourself first? Fill your cup first, then give it to the other people. Okay, this is a month wherein you are being asked to lead by being the inspiration through the things that you've left behind, the toxic cycles that you were able to break through. Younger people around you will learn from you, so make sure that you're ready to share your knowledge. Again, coming back to the collaborative energy, teamwork is a very strong need for fire signs in the month of September. Make sure you're not shying away from being a great team player. Okay, I think we've kind of covered a lot in the detailed reading that we did for the 15-20 minutes there. Pretty similar message showing up depending on which pile you've picked. Grounding and healing is very important. Connecting to Archangel Gabriel will also help you guys, by the way. You can call on Archangel Gabriel. He will help you communicate in a better manner. Okay, communication is important. Throat chakra healing could perhaps also do wonders for you if you are a fire sign in the month of September. Blue lace agate, sodalite, these are some crystals that you can work with. And clear quartz, of course, will bring you that overall clarity when you're communicating with other people. Okay, if the reading resonated, do not forget to hit subscribe. I've put in a lot of heart and soul into this. I hope it helps you. Wish you a wonderful September. Hello and welcome if you are a water sign. Of course, I hope you've seen the other reading with the pick a card there. We are going to look at some additional messages that come out for your sun, moon and rising. If you do not know how to know your sun, moon and rising, there is a detailed tutorial made on Instagram Tarot Pal account. Go find that on the IGTV channel. Do follow me there if you like such content, because I do separate content there. Okay, messages for water signs: Pisces, Scorpio, Cancers. Love is in the air. Yay! Okay, if it's not love always, because it does not matter, it's not possible for everybody to have the same message show up. Reciprocation is the key message. If you've been in relationships where other people are emotionally unavailable, this month you're going to start attracting people. At least that person is in the 5D, ready to come to you. Page of Pentacles is a slow energy. Magician is ready to manifest, the master manifestator. Reciprocation and collaboration are the opportunities which are coming your way. A stranger is about to change your life. Do you see how beautifully in sync it is for you, right? Page of Pentacles also talks about make sure that you have your plan sorted. The magician has all the tools needed to do the manifestation work that is needed from him to build the life that he wants to build. Page of Pentacles is just a very careful energy which knows that things are done better when things are done slow, right? Don't try to rush a relationship. Don't try to rush an opportunity. Things will move at its own pace. Breathe out. Breathing exercises are going to be very, very beneficial for you if you're in water sign. If you feel anxiety, drink some chamomile tea this month. Honestly, it will be a game changer for you, okay? Some sort of a family function or an event will bring in a lot of joy and happiness. I don't have the travel card, but I'm somehow pulled to tell you, if you guys can travel, especially with your partner, that would be amazing in the month of September. For your career, money, finances, guys, take things slow. Make the plan, take the action, believe in yourself, but do not try to rush anything. Okay, Page of Pentacles always talks about moving things slow and steady wins the race. Okay, collaboration will bring you a lot of success. Some sort of a business partnership could also come your way if you are into a business. Prana is what you need to focus on, okay, which means you need to make sure that you take out 10 minutes in the morning and do some or the other kind of breathing exercises, because I feel that there's some sort of a urgency that you will feel to rush things, and that is where you're going to screw it up. Okay, don't try to rush it. Let things move at the right pace, and you have it in you to bring things to fruition. Okay, if you're struggling with confidence issues, this is a very clear message. September, you need to remember that you have what you need. You have the skill sets, you need the help, you have, this month also doing some manifestation techniques, if you're not already working on it, would be wonderful, especially around the new moon in Virgo. Okay, the new moon in Virgo with again the earth sign strongly showing up here would be amazing. People who are younger to you at your workplace will have some great ideas. Do not try to shun them away. Listen to them. Okay, listen to them, because those are also great opportunities for you. Okay, any of you who are students, a wonderful month in September. Okay, you will get some sort of a good news as a student. Sometimes even rejection can be a good news. I don't know for whom I needed to say that. Not getting that right answer can also set you towards the right track. Okay, so there could be some of you who are expecting for a result and the result comes out negative, but that sets you on the right track of where you really wanted to go. This could be a slow paced energy, but this would be the right place for you. Some of you are coming into alignment of your higher purpose. Okay, September would be a game changer because Earth does resonate well with water. So once the planets start moving towards Virgo, you will start to feel a certain amount of ease. Just remember, half of the month Mercury is in retrograde. So being very careful with communication, again with Magician showing up, a very mercurial card, is very important. Make sure you're communicating clearly, make sure you're documenting everything, and there is no vagueness. Okay, there's a certain amount of ambiguity that can lead to confusion if you're not very clear as to what you're trying to get to. Okay, this is also a month which is important for you to stay grounded and to stay factual, not a month wherein you're running things through emotions alone. Okay, remain grounded, remain balanced, have faith in your abilities that you have everything that you need and things will work out beautifully for you. Some of you might also get a proposal or a commitment. If you have been in a long-term relationship, that might come your way as well. I hope these readings helped. I hope you've seen the longer one with the pick a card. Do find the other useful readings which are timeless in the description box below. Hit subscribe if you haven't yet. Wish you a wonderful September. And this is for our earth signs. Wow, I for a second blanked out and wanted to call you fire. Okay. Wow. New moon in Capricorn. And ouch, there has been a heartbreak of the little baby here. Let's start talking about it. Okay. Some of you must have picked the inner child pile. If you haven't, maybe you want to go listen to that pile. Let me give you a message here. Dear earth signs, it is Virgo season. Yes, you can get very, very analytical, but more importantly, it is important for you to reinvent yourself by going back to the shadows of the past. There is something that your inner child is still hurting on, which triggers you, which holds you back from coming into this absolute confident energy, from coming into this powerful Queen of Wands energy. There has been clearly a certain amount of sorrow or a heartache. Now, if this is not coming from childhood, this could be very much recent, wherein you were open and you opened your heart. And I understand for earth signs, it's a harder thing. You've worked hard to make a relationship work, perhaps, which has come crashing down. And now it is holding you back to come into your own power. September, you will get opportunities to deep dive into that side of life where you've kind of numbed yourself out, and rather than trying to look away from it, go talk to that inner child. Write a letter to the child who needed more support of yours or your parents or the adults around you, and he was not being heard. If you have some creative dreams and hopes and you're holding yourself back, this is a wonderful month for you to start working on it. Your hard work will pay off. If you have already put in quite a lot of effort and you've put yourself out there, even after all the betrayals and heartaches that you've lived throughout this year, trust me, by the time October comes, you're going to start getting rewarded. January, something had started, and now in the month of, by the time it's January 2022, you're going to start receiving the blessings of this. Okay, you need to remember that you ask this month, show up as yourself, as vulnerable as you possibly can. I know I'm asking you to move a mountain sometimes when you ask an earth sign to show up vulnerably, but that's where your power will be. your confidence and your ability to lead people will also be called out. So hence, this month, don't numb yourself, rather face that shadow. Do some shadow work if you possibly can. Take help from your close friends, especially the friends you've known from childhood. They could be wonderful support systems for you. Don't shy away from facing that demon, because you can conquer it this month. Trust me, you can conquer it this month. I hope these readings resonated. If it did, don't forget to subscribe. I'm always looking forward to your comments. Wish you a wonderful September. Take care. Bye-bye.